Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Sky1 back here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to successfully exfil in Dime Machine pretty easily. You could do this at round 11, at the beginning of round 11, and I'm going to be doing some tips, and I'm going to be showing you some gameplay to help you get past the exfil pretty quickly and fairly easily. So yeah, let's just hop into it. But before we start that, there's a couple of things I want to note before we actually head into the gameplay itself. First off, I recommend you watch the whole video first before going into the game. Don't try and do this while watching, because there might be some tips that you might miss on later on. But yeah, so first things first, clearly the best thing you want to do is gain enough points. And there are two things that you could do. One of them is better, and I'm gonna say that right now. The one thing you want to do is go to skills and check your weapon classes and go all the way down to melee. And what you want to do is get all the way to level 3, where it says replace gun butt with Bowie knife. And what that'll do is, normally when you melee with a gun, you can kill a zombie in about 2 hits with a normal gun. But if you have the level 3 on melee, whenever you melee a zombie and you have a gun, it'll just knife them. And in case you didn't know, zombies are one-shot knives up until, like, I think round 30, 20 or 30, I believe. So yeah, it's pretty much good to have a knife. And if you don't have the Aetherium crystals in order to upgrade it to the melee clash level 3, then instead of using a gun, you can just use a knife, like the knife in general. So that could be another option. But if you do have it, then I'm going to recommend using the Gala SA12, since it's really powerful. And if you don't have, if you're using the knife, I will showcase where the Gala is in game so that you can easily get the gun. As for field upgrade, I recommend either two. You could either go with the Ring of Fire, which increases damage as long as you're in it and will kill normal zombies when they walk into it, or the Aether Shroud. Personally, I like to go with the Aether Shroud. So you know, it really helps get you out of situations if you're just like cornered and then a bunch of zombies gang up on you. It really helps. They don't attack you. So yeah, I'd say best setup: Gala, SA12, and Aether Shroud. You can also upgrade your Aether Shroud, but I recommend getting the melee class to level 3 first. Alright, and if you are using the knife, I will showcase what to do if you have the knife. But assuming you have the Gala SA12, yes, let's just get into the game. Also, I will be explaining some side note tips if you are using the knife only, if you don't have it melee skills at level 3. So just be aware of that.
Arriving at Alpha site. You're clear, strike team. You have your orders, strike team. Investigate the site. Contain the threat.
So once you get into the game, you're just going to start off with either your Gala or your knife, depending on what you picked. And what you want to do is you just want to start knifing every zombie that you see from, I'd say, round 1 to round 6 or 7, depending on how confident you are. The reason you want to just knife them all is, like I said before, they're all one shot to a knife. And when you knife someone or hit a headshot to a zombie with a gun, it gives you the maximum amount of points. Normally, when you hit a zombie to the body with a gun, you get 90 points. Knifing a zombie or hitting them with a headshot is 115 points, and it is fairly easier to knife them than trying to hit a headshot. And although 115 points is just a little bit extra than 90, it still helps you out a lot to gaining the most points and more value for getting ready to open the doors and getting Pack-a-Punch, which is what you're going to need later. Now, another thing you want to do is keep an eye out for some power-ups and what you do with certain power-ups. The best power-ups you can get when trying to exfil is double points and bonus points, because, you know, they get you more points. They make it easier. And like in this example here, there's a double points there for me, Well, I didn't pick it up instantly because I knew that this round was about to be over and I wasn't gonna get as much value out of it, so it would run out and I would pretty much get no. So if you ever run like this, what I do, and what I did is I wait for it to flash just a little and then I pick it up. That way a lot of zombies could come and I can get the most value points out of it. So as you can see here, each melee kill with double points gives you about 230 points, which is a lot and really helps you out a lot when you're trying to get the most points to open doors, you know, pack a punch and everything. And you're gonna need to save up all these points. And what I do is I want to stay in this starting area until round 9. But if you are using the knife, you're gonna want to get the gallow early, which again I will showcase where the gallow is at. So I'd say around round 6 or round 7, if you have the knife in your starting hand, I will showcase where to get the gallow. So now we're in round 4, you know, nothing too big. We're still only knifing zombies up until this point. And you see we can get out about 4k points, and it's just really good. And we're still going to want to knife zombies. And up here you'll see a nuke. I chose not to get it, and I recommend you do the same thing, because although the nukes pretty much insta clear the whole round for you, make your life easier, it doesn't really give you any points, so you're just pretty much going to be wasting zombies and not getting any points out of it, which is why I choose to ignore every nuke that I see. If you accidentally pick one up, it's not the end of the world, it's okay, but it really will severely harm the way you play the game. So yeah, now we're in round 5, and another thing you want to keep note is how much you know, salvage you got out of zombies. So, you don't want to craft things right now. I'd say I recommend waiting until like round 8 or round 9 to start crafting things. The best things you could get are C4, those are crucial, and I personally like to go for stim shots, and although some people like to go for monkey bombs, but you know, if you don't have enough, the thing is, buying a monkey bomb and C4s together would cost a lot of salvage, so I just choose to buy C4 and stim shots. And stim shots, you know, they pretty much get you back up to full health if you ever get too low. And I'll just showcase what to do when you have your C4. Also, yeah, like right here, you want to just take note and keep an eye out for anything that zombies drop. Like for example, they dropped me right there a free C4. So then I don't have to waste any salvage for an extra one. And they also dropped a stim shot for me, so which is convenient. So you just want to keep an eye out on what zombies drop and just always pick up the salvage, just so that you could, you know, buy the things you need, get ready for whatever you need. So now it's round 6, and if you want to go get the gallow at this point, because I'd say around round 6 or round 7, you're gonna want to start using your gun, just because round 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, I'd say, all those rounds there are gonna be some zombies and a lot of group of zombies, and if you're not careful, you can't always knife them, and they might get a few hits on you and you might get downed. So I recommend you try and get the gallow up until this point, or you could wait till the next one. Round 6 is still fairly easy, at least in my opinion. You know, you're not gonna get hit too much, but you just want to keep your distance when you are knifing them. Insta kill could also help, like in this situation, although I'm still knifing zombies, so yeah, I don't really need a purpose for insta kill unless they're all clumped up. So yeah, so now it is round 8, and I will finally showcase where to go get the gallow gun if you are using the knife. So if you already have the gallow, I recommend going to this timestamp, and I will just showcase what to do after that. But if you're using the knife, here I will show you where to get the gallow. So first thing you want to do is open the door up that goes to the right, and you want to head up these stairs, blow that piece of debris up as well with the money. You go down the hall, and then to the left there will be another door you gotta open. Once that door is open, you're gonna end up at the plane crash site, and right next to one of the wings is the gallow. So that is where you will pick up the gallow. Okay, so you have your gallow, and what I recommend is going back and still staying at the spawn area, because then you won't get many zombies coming from every angle, and you can still kill a few of them. So yeah, up until round 8, I'd say. Now you gotta want to use your gallow to take out a few cluster of zombies, because yeah, you're not going to be able to knife all of them without getting hit a few times, and you might get downed. If you get downed, it's okay, because since you're soloing, assuming you're soloing, then you know, you're gonna have a self revive off at the bat at the beginning, because you know they gave you a free self revive whenever you solo it. So I think it's easier to solo rather than doing it with more people, because when you do it with more people, more zombies tend to spawn, but if you do it solo, then you have less zombies. Now you're in round 9, and this is one of the most important rounds that you're gonna want to do, because what you want to do is there's a little strategy you do before you head into round 10. So you know, normally you just try and knife as many zombies as you can, but you know, maybe you have to shotgun a few cluster of them. But the important thing that you want to do is before you end on round 9, you want to keep one zombie alive, 1 or 2 zombies, to make it easier, because now it is time to, at the end of round 9, before you kill the last zombie, go around and buy all the doors if you haven't. My knife players, you probably already have bought the first couple doors, so which is good. But if you don't have any of the doors, you might want to open them, and after you open that door that I just opened, grab a stamina up perk, and you're going to want to keep continuing down past the crash site. And normally people will go for the Juggernog, but I don't really like to tend to go for the Juggernog since it only increases your health. There's another perk that I recommend getting, but I'll get to that in a bit. So now you head down to the facility and open either one of the doors. I personally like to go to the left. So yeah, you keep going down, and what you're going to want to do in the facility is you're going to get Pack-a-Punch, and it's fairly easy to get Pack-a-Punch. Everything is marked everywhere. So yeah, you enter the facility and you go turn on the power.
PG on the beat.
Once you turn on the power, you're going to want to go and turn on the terminal points, which is going to be fairly easy since, again, they are all really marked wherever you need to go. So it's not really that hard. There's only 2 of them, so it's going to be fairly easy to go and turn them on. But once you have them turned on, you're going to want to go back and get ready to enter the Dark Aether. Keep in mind there's still 1 or 2 zombies that you left alive, so like in this instance they followed me, but you just gotta circle them and you'll be fine. So once you enter the Dark Aether, you're gonna wanna head back to the power room, because you're gonna want to head behind the stairs to get out of there quickly, just to start reaching the Pack-a-Punch part you need to go to. So the Dark Aether tunnel, which you gotta head through, it says right there, it will spawn in 2 places, one right here, and the other is in this direction. You're going to head up these stairs to the left, and then you're going to want to make yourself to the pond, and this is the other location where the other Aether tunnel will spawn. But in my instance, mine spawned in the crash site where the plane is at, and that is easy. You just follow this direction where I'm going, and yeah, keep in mind it costs about 500, I believe, points to enter the Dark Aether tunnels, but you should have a bunch. So at this point, you're here, and look around, and you're going to see a machine part, and you're going to pick it up, and then you head out the room, and then you make your way towards the machine, which is where you will forge the Pack-a-Punch machine. And assuming you still have a lot of money, you should have enough to Pack-a-Punch your Gallo right away as soon as you spawn in front of it. So yeah, nice. And now one of the last few things you got to do before you get ready for Exfil is, or before you get ready for round 10, I must say, you're going to want to go and buy the final door. And this is the final door that you're going to want to buy to get ready to head a direction towards the Exfil site. And in case you didn't know, it's at the pond, one of the locations for the Aether tunnel as well. But yeah, so you head out the same direction you came in, and you go left, and you see this wall. You're going to want to blow it up, and now you have a path all the way to the Exfil site. And now if you have now with the remaining money you have, if only if you have enough, go and buy the last perk that you need, which is the Speed Cola, and it makes you reload faster, I believe. So it really helps out when you are fighting zombies and you gotta reload. But with the Gallo, it'll reload about 4 shotgun shells every 1 reload, and it's really fast, so it really helps out. So now, assuming you have both these perks, if you didn't have enough for Speed Cola, then that's fine. All that matters is you got all the doors. But yeah, now you kill the final zombie, and you start making your way back to the spawn area, because that is where the Exfil site starts. And as soon as you enter round 10, this is not when the Exfil site starts. This is when the dog round starts, which is a plague hounds that spawn in, yes. And I recommend using your Gallo for this, because although the plague hounds are one-shot to knives as well, they leave this sort of gas lingering effect that'll damage your player. If you are in a, like right there, they'll explode and they'll leave a gas like area behind. So it's best to just shoot them from a range with your shotgun, and yeah, you'll be pretty much set at this point. And there's not many play counts that spawn. I believe there's only like 10, if I'm sure, that spawn. So you'll be pretty much get past this round fairly easily. And as soon as you're done with round 10, you are starting round 11. And just make sure you have everything set. You have at least 3 C4s, some stim shots, and you want to head to the crafting bench. And either one of two things, you can craft a war machine or a sentry turret, whichever one you like. I prefer personally the sentry turret because it distracts most of the zombies. So now you start your exfil and you start making your way towards the exfil site. You have a minute and 30 seconds to get there and kill all the zombies. Yeah, you just want to make your way over there, and because you got the stamina up, you'll make it there pretty fast. You might encounter like 1 or 2 zombies on your way over there, but you can easily 1 or 2 shot them with your shotgun, especially since it's pack a punch. As soon as you get there, I recommend, if you get the sentry, set it up somewhere so that the zombies will get distracted. And you're going to want to maneuver around. Like in this instance, I realized I was cornered, so I immediately used my Aether Shroud field upgrade to get out of there, and now they're distracted on the sentry turret. The zombies are distracted on my sentry turret. So yeah, and what you want to do is get a train, and just like there, once you get the train of zombies, you throw a C4 on the ground, wait till a few of them walk on top of it, and then you explode it, and you can see the number drop down from like 43 to 10, 19 zombies. It's fairly easy to kill a bunch of them once you use a C4. And yes, I did get knocked down, but like I said, you do get a 1 self-revive if you solo, so that really ended up helping me. And by the time you use 1 or 2 C4 on a train of zombies, once they walk on it, you should have a few zombies left to kill, and you could easily use your shotgun on it. And yeah, that is pretty much all there is to it, to exfil, as you can see. If you guys found this video really helpful, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like. You don't have to subscribe. I never said a subscriber. I'm gonna tell you guys to subscribe. Just if this helped out, just like, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.